Again, probably to calibrate the server. Keith, it's about to kick the second round off. So let me actually add that in the mission command real quick, that this is the second last round. And reminder, guys, NA will be in 3 hours' time. So I'm just scrolling around here. Yeah, we should be good. All right. And they're still in the spectator side anyway. So it's because, again, they're rebalancing a few extra guys that are jumping in last second. Network access storage, you record to your HDD, then upload to the NAS. Yeah, that's true. What's that? I could do something like that, but I have two 4 terabyte drives that are both SSDs, and they're both filled with stuff right now. So I've been cleaning out my drives. I got one of those 4 terabyte things cleaned up, and I got my Windows drive, which is another SSD, cleaned up. I just have to clean up the videos. Really, it's just also taking the time to delete a lot of the older videos that I've already published and I don't need anymore. But that's gonna take me a few hours to sort all that shit. Add a new USB drive. I mean, again, I don't think I'll need it. I just need to edit, because if I just get in the habit of, you know, just recording without processing my footage, then that's not a really good habit to have. I gotta spend the time to edit some stuff down, you know? That'll probably happen when Phasma starts getting a little more boring, right? I don't know. We'll work with what we got. You trust YouTube to keep your old videos up forever? No, I do not, but there's also plenty of older videos that I wouldn't bother watching, because I've gone through a major transition doing this entire channel, and you know, I'm just happy with what I have at this point. But again, this is all kind of a mask to me, because it's Liru. Liru's separate from who I really am. Just me having fun. Don't fall into the lake, version 1. Sector control waived. View distance set at 750 meters, 50 minutes set at 50 minutes in-game time. So yeah, this will probably be wrapped up by 6, so I'll be able to clean out some more drive space in the meantime. Cool. Alright, so looking at the AO here, it is... Wow, we had this AO last week. Alright, so a little bit of a repeat mission, because we had the factory utilized last time. But we also have something in the forest here. So this is a wave defense here. So Sector 1 is the first one active. It's also at a US FOB. Interesting. Then Sector 2 will be active. And then Sector 3 will go active. And Sector 3 is apparently a remade radar site. Cool. So, OPFOR, they're staging at a little bit of a lumber complex over there. They're going to move in, have to hit these sectors. Sector 1's going to be pretty easy to hit because of all the forests around it, making it easy to approach. Sector 2, same thing, we got the forest going in, but Sector 3 is going to be a bit tough because of, you know, it's this big complex that's easily defendable. But by the time we get to Sector 3, BLUFOR will probably be whittled down, and OPFOR will have a lot of ways of getting into Sector 3, but there is a lot of open area, especially in this complex up here that we saw in the match where I had to log out halfway through because my desync was terrible. A lot of BLUFOR guys are getting picked off by OPFOR when they were defending this AO last week. But yes, it is sequential. So Sector 1 has to be taken first. You can tell because that sector is has blue on it. So OPFOR has to take Sector 1, then Sector 2, then Sector 3. So OPFOR is going to have to plan on possibly rushing Sector 1 to have the time. That or be very quick about moving its forces in position. But we've got helicopters in play here. We've got a lot of ground Vics in play for transports. I know a lot of you guys saw those rosters. And let's go ahead and see how it is. So we have a Super Hind with 3 gunners, but no pylons. We have a transport helicopter with no guns, period. We have the 3 BTR-80s. And then we got some transport UAZs. So they're actually, oh no, and here are the trucks. All right, so a lot of stuff to work with right there. Let me scroll down and see if Slushy's alive. He is. Might be having some mic troubles because, again, his thing's been a little wonky. But we got a little terminal site right here for just a little bit of extra detail. Looking in the thing over there, there's nothing. But that's what we have for OPFOR's vehicles here. Now looking at BLUFOR. BLUFOR, we got a quad bike that they can use for some scouting, a Humvee, some transport trucks, 3 armed Humvees. As I thought it said they have 2, but I guess they have 3. That's fine. And we have a little bird with a GAU 19 pod, so it's a 50 cal minigun, which can honestly tear apart those 2 MI8s. And I don't think OPFOR has anything to really defend against that GAU 8. So if BLUFOR is a really good pilot, they could pretty much keep OPFOR out of the sky here. Let's actually look at BLUFOR since we have them right here. BLUFOR appears to be standard 5.56 rifles. Mark 11 for their marksmen. We've got machine gunners, so it's going to be the M249 for the squads, M240 Bravo for the Charlie 1 and the Foxtrot teams, and then their MAT team gun is going to be a Carl Gustav. All right, so pretty standard these days for Friday night fights. The time where they would get javelins all the time is pretty much over now. It's a rarity to see that. Meanwhile, OPFOR is rocking 5.45, so plum magazines. We have the standard PKP, PKMs for, PKMs are at the squad level, PKPs are for their machine gun teams. Oh, those are bandages on the ground. They're dropping their bandages. That's kind of funny. We've got standard AT at the squad level being RPGs, and I'm willing to bet their AT weapon is going to be a not Carl Gustav, an RPG-32. If we were to look at Stalin Bay, also known as Stalingrad, he is, with that. But I am seeing a PSO scope. Trying to look to see if other people are taking PSOs as well. We might see a enhanced optics picked, because I am seeing a lot more of the weirder optics on OPFOR's side. But yeah, no, PSO's down as well, so this is a battle where they're going to have enhanced scopes for this one. So that means they're going to be accurate at a lot longer ranges, and we're seeing BLUFOR, some ACO, ACOG scopes, being picked here. Let's look at the sectors here. Standard US fob made, all right. This is one of the presets from ZEC. I just can't remember which one, but we also had, it looks like a lot of the smaller details were taken out to help with frames. That's good in a 150-person environment. We got a little bit of an outer perimeter fence going as well, so gives it a little bit of kill room here. But with this being at the edge of BLUFOR's building territory, we could also see them dig some more fortifications. So not a bad Sector 1, but also not a really good one in the defensive thing, because forest fighting, when you're fighting against AI, is already difficult, but forest fighting against players can be exponentially more difficult, because especially with the pine trees and these bushes, it offers a lot for hiding and outflanking, all that crazy doodad. Sector 2 is pretty much a barn complex right here, and underneath you have this position, so a lot of room to actually dig up a nice set of fortifications here, make this a little bit of a CQC hellhole. And that can allow for only like a single BLUFOR squad to stay and defend this position as other BLUFOR forces are diverted. You have some pretty thick pine trees over here for OPFOR to utilize to get in close, but they're not going to know that. And then we got some other tree routes that OPFOR can use to get really close up to that position. So Sector 2, again, a little better than Sector 1 because it's got some better cover, but still a very tough one. Now Sector 3, this radar site. I would say the best one, but not by much. I mean, you got this shed, which you can put a lot of people on. I don't know if they know OPFOR has 5.45, because, 7.62 can easily pen this, so can 5.56 and 5.45, but only to a certain extent. You're also seeing BLUFOR starting to scout this position out. Like, there's room for them to dig some more fortifications, definitely. There's places that BLUFOR can, actually, no, this is the zone itself. It is pretty much this building, this and the radar site itself here. So they're going to have to dig their own cover, and there's quite a few ways for OPFOR to kind of encroach this sector. So a lot of these areas are going to be pretty rough in CQC, CQB. So we'll see what they decide to play. I'm going to be really curious to see how the helicopter's used on both sides and where BLUFOR sets up their defensive lines and where OPFOR decides to make its push, either utilizing air transport or the BTR-80s. Now, let me check in with Slushy. The optics are all, it's a choice for them, but they're doing enhanced optics, so you can, you're going to see ACOGs on both sides, PSOs mainly on OPFOR's AKs. But let's check in. Slushy.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm all right. So I just went over what both BLUFOR and OPFOR had and the sectors, and now I'm going to ask you, if you were OPFOR command looking only at the map, how would you assault these three AOs?
Looking at the map, I
Yes.
would have probably move up somewhere towards northeastern side of the sector 1, maybe direct east, you know, MSR 191. Have most forces attack sector 1, whilst have a squad or 2 move up through the forest to sector 2. As the main force would attack sector 1 and take it, then if 2 squads would think they can handle it, attack sector 2 and then try to go through forest closer to sector 3. From what I seen of Red 4, they have one pilot and they won't really use their MI8s from what I heard. So they probably will just keep it on the BTR-80 support.
Yeah, so, I mean, the little bird with that GAU 19, I mean, that's going to be able to hit the BTRs pretty effectively, and it's going to be able to engage the aircraft very effectively. So BLUFOR definitely having the best vehicle here. Also, looking at Sector 2, it looks like Montgomery is building up a line of fortifications to defend Sector 2 to try to give some more BLUFOR cover here. He also put it up right on the eastern approach, right in front of some tree lines here, so that's a little tough. I think he's just trying to wall that off to force OPFOR to come in at different routes here, instead of them being able to rush in. But I mean, he put some of these in a fenced off area already, so a little bit of an interesting call there. But I think he's trying to put defensive lines up so he can maybe stay in the one building in this sector and hold it from there. But if anything, that's going to just give OPFOR some cover to sprint to after they get on the bushes. I think he's trying to distance it a little further back from the fence. That way they might still be able to get a shot on, but even then you can still kind of see it. So interesting how he's setting things up there. I thought he was going up there to set some explosive traps because he is a demo specialist.
I mean, it could be true. He could set up all defenses to make enemy think that there's a lot of garrison, while it could be only him, whilst, you know, slowing down the Red 4, so they will waste more time. And when the Red 4 would actually be clearing through the compound, then he could set off explosives. If he had more than one of them, he could take out the squad.
We actually did see a pretty effective explosive trap last round on the top of the hill in the center of the AO. It definitely nailed one guy, knocked another guy out, and then two very ineffective ones. One done last second and accidentally, tried to martyrdom, but didn't get any kills with them. And then the other one was a misplay on OPFOR, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna check my phone because I want to see if Dingo replied. But I'm trying to ask if the reason they're cutting the third round for that admin meeting is because of that incident, because that was pretty ridiculous compared to everything I've seen in FNF.
Oh, they're cutting off third round?
Yeah, there's only 2 rounds for EU today, and then it'll go into the NA branch.
Oh. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, it was bad.
Yeah. So we have BIA flying the helicopter. Slovo's actually a pretty decent pilot, in my opinion. I've seen him fly in BIA. I wouldn't expect something like super crazy, like you would sometimes see in King of the Hill service, but he's all right. And they're also putting a co-pilot in there to make sure that if he gets shot out, that the co can take it. But also the co-pilot's going to get that camera, so they're going to probably use that helicopter for scouting details too. So again, I mean, just utilizing their best asset to the best of their ability. But really, I want to see how that GAU 19 is utilized in this operation today, because I have a feeling it's going to be nasty.
If they use it correctly, they can damage BTRs and pin down infantry very easily.
Top armor on BTRs is also very thin compared to the sides. That's true for any armored vehicle, so again, we'll have to see what happens.
But yeah, Red 4 helicopters are just being left.
Yeah, I mean, again, MI8s versus a maneuverable little bird with the GAU 19, I'm not surprised with that strategy, because the frickin' GAU would tear apart an MI8 in a heartbeat.
With MI8s, you would just have to count on good pilot, gunners, or luck to somehow nail the pilot and co-pilot of the little bird with those guns. But yeah, with possible loss, yeah, it's not that much of worth it. I think they'll just hope that their PK gunners can take out the little bird with suppressive fire, maybe. We all know MG is the best AA.
Yeah, right. But BLUFOR, they're actually setting up quite a lot of defenses around Site 1. I could see them digging some trenches to kind of form a circle defensive perimeter around the first sector. I'm not seeing anything go to Sector 2, so they might be, again, doing what you said, putting some fortifications down to try to bait that sector off. And then it looks like we're also seeing some people set up around Sector 3. So you normally see these in the type of either 3-sector or 3 cache plays. The defending faction will usually just sacrifice one off the bat, and then let's, to take manpower to defend 2 more areas more effectively instead of cutting across 3. Sometimes you see them defend all 3 only if they're in a very close proximity together. But usually the consensus is sacrifice 1 and then defend either 2, or in some rare cases, defend only 1.
Yeah, with current setup, I wouldn't be surprised if BLUFOR was to defend the first one. And if they start getting overwhelmed, then they would start pulling out to Sector 3, and counting that Sector 2 would give them enough time to actually set up on the Sector 3. But there's actually a truck coming to Sector 2? Yes, there's an entire squad coming there.
So we got OPFOR loading up in a lot of transport trucks. We got some squads in the BTRs. In my opinion, the infantry should go into the trucks instead, because those BTRs are going to take a while to get in the AO compared to full pedaling the trucks here. And then we also have some 3-man teams going in trucks. So that's another interesting thing. Again, I don't know why they wouldn't just take the UAZs, but we also have some 2- and 3-man teams in the UAZs too. So not sure what's going to be played right there, but if I was BLUFOR, I would immediately fly that helicopter over to OPFOR's spawn to kind of see what they took, and then base a strategy off of that.
I wouldn't be surprised. Little Bird is actually very high up in the air. They're probably relying on that camera to just scout everything that will move from Red 4.
I don't know. It's going to be an interesting strat here. I'm willing to bet, though, the operation is going to be settled in Sector 1. If OPFOR storms through Sector 1, OPFOR is going to probably win this one, but if OPFOR is held at Sector 1 for a good 20 minutes, I think BLUFOR is going to be able to handle the rest. And you're right, BLUFOR did send some defenses over to Sector 2, so they might actually try to hold all 3, but this is a waved sector defense, which means they can only lose one at a time. So we might see BLUFOR try to do some proper pulling out actions as things go along. So helicopter has lifted. I'm trying to find it. Oh, she's way up in the sky. This is going to be a little tough to manage with that 700-meter render distance.
Out of the view.
I mean, if you just hold page up, you can keep your render distance because the script will try to cut it back.
Yeah. But not getting. Let's not go into that.
We can just call it a sensor ping. But I think instead they're going to be very defensive with that little bird and instead use it to try to see where OPFOR's advance is going to be. And it looks like it's a massive convoy going in. We have one truck going on its own. That would be Hotel, which I think is just a regular squad. Hold on! Two of the BTRs just hit each other in Arma. Oh, no!
Oh no. Oh no.
This is why you have to have proper spacing in your convoys. I've seen this at least once every few weeks. So I'm willing to bet fact of the logic, he was in one of the two BTRs. And that caused, when he disconnected, that BTR to stop moving. And basically the other BTR didn't slam on the brakes or divert left or right. And yeah, no, that just killed a lot of OPFOR's fire support. At least, I want to say, a sixth of them are down. Shadow is now double tapping, appears to be one of the drivers of the BTR, expressing his anger.
Not happy.
Definitely not happy. And now you're seeing a mass disconnect on OPFOR side. BLUFOR's probably going to check in to make sure none of those guys were them, but OPFOR now has a really tough job to do. Now we're seeing Falcon and Iceberg coming on my chat. They're saying they're pretty upset about that. Ooh. Oh my god, Audrey Hotto, is he dead too? I'm not going to be able to tell because he left, but I'm willing to bet that is the case. So all of TSB is dead. It was the super secret sabotage of Liru, I guess. I don't fucking know.
So this thing just take out 11 of red for people.
11 of red for, so that there goes the slight number advantage they had of a few people. BLUFOR now rocking those numbers. OPFOR is going to be a bit slower to move out now, but I mean that's just going to mean even more targets of opportunity for actually no, technically less targets of opportunity for the BLUFOR helicopter, but at the same time that means that every target they engage is going to be more effective because yeah, that's interesting. I mean, the one advantage now that OPFOR has is that BLUFOR doesn't, like, they know something just happened with that mass disconnect. They just don't know what vehicles were lost, but holy crap. Ay, ay, ay. So I'm being told in chat it wasn't desync that killed it. It was because someone missed a turn and tried to correct it and ended up ramming his BTR in another BTR.
Oh no.
So that's even worse. And that's something that I can't fault on the server. That is a fault of just incompetence. And hey, it gets you. This is why every time I see players trying to play bumper cars in ops, I get a little worried because that can be the result.
Red for just almost got in front of BLUFOR, went into the field.
Yep, so Pads and Dingo here. Pads, I believe, is streaming, but they are a marksman team. I think they're trying to scout out, and they have, they're gonna see dismounts here. Dingo getting out, he's got his binos out, and he's gonna notice that truck just dismounted a few guys, so maybe they'll try to crawl through this cornfield here and get some shots. Marksman, Grenadier shot coming in. That's made the three of them kind of turn around. Still short. Dingo trying to adjust, gets it right on the back. One more shot that went over. No, I think that was a smoke grenade. No, it was a flare.
Red4 is dismounting in the forest. They're starting to pushing west.
The fuck? Hey, look at this flare in the tree that Dingo was engaging. Look at the lighting of that, man. That's some weird ass shit. Not gonna lie. I think that's the tree it's actually illuminating, but it like literally cuts off at a certain point.
Maybe it got stuck inside the tree.
That is some weird ass BLUFOR technology right there. More OPFOR disconnects. I mean, yeah, this is gonna be a really tough one for OPFOR. I guess that's just gonna be one more thing on the admin meeting docket, which is why they're not having the third round.
Is BLUFOR Mountain and G-Lex, are they trying to go for
Falcon? I don't know who the driver was, and even then he probably disconnected, so I wouldn't know, man. I'm sorry. Bondic giving a sub to Falcon. Ay. It's a little community prize. Fuck's sake. Alright, so BLUFOR is probably going to know that OPFOR is advancing on this angle. So BLUFOR, if they want to, can task units around accordingly, which we actually do have some units far north of the OPFOR push in Wilsonsburg. So they might try to come around and hit OPFOR in the rear. But, I mean, with BLUFOR deciding to hold all of these sectors at the same time, that will let OPFOR still have a number advantage sector to sector. But I think attrition's going to take its toll here. And unless OPFOR has some beautiful PvP plays here, yeah, I don't know.
It will all decide when the contact starts next. Rest of vehicles still moving up. They might catch Dingo and Pads while they will be between Red 4 vehicles.
Yeah, Pads and Dingo, by now, they're going to hear those Vics moving in. And those Vics are going to come right in, so they're going to have to hide.
Team 6.
Might have given Yanni a sub as well.
Dingo actually hiding
in the tall grass.
Pads, however, moving even closer to Red 4. I hope he just won't.
Yeah, he's trying to run into those tall trees, but OPFOR has no idea that these guys are here. So thinking that because they found a Ural, multiple Urals in this patch over here, that they move into here, but no, they're gonna flank around on the left here. Now this is gonna let Dingo and Pads regroup and possibly push in.
Shots?
He's shooting at a AFK pilot in the back of the OPFOR Vic.
Huh.
Now Pads is trying to get some marksman shots in here. Managing to get a few hits in. Doesn't look like any kills, though. Now Dingo's also trying to push up. BTR looks like just went active. I'm not sure if it's going to turn its gun around. Wolf Hunter, thanks so much for the resub, my man, at T1. You are not late. You are right on time for the last round for EU with NA's 3 rounds happening in 2.5 hours. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you get a kick out of this one. Wow. We still have Eander, Skelly, and DeVincer alive. Temies has gone down, but he should be able to be woken back up. Eander doing his best to suppress back there, but no kills for Pads, but he did some good suppression. And we might see that Charlie team to the north also close the gap. I think it's just checking for other units as well. But OPFOR is starting to do a major advance in the forest as its rear element gets harassed. Let's see what scope Dingo has on his gun here. I'm willing to bet it's an ACOG. Yep. So he'll be able to use that to move in and hopefully get some good licks in.
Oh no. Look at Red 4 spawn. I think two BLUFOR, Mountain, and G-Lex are...
They're debating it. They're debating it.
I think they're going for it.
Oh
Maybe?
my god. They're gonna take both of them? No way.
I mean,
Oh,
they
this is
are
just insult to
in-base,
injury.
free to take.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they could definitely use the gun, but I don't know why they're taking the unarmed one, but I guess it's just to show off. You gotta have that bragging point with style, right?
Yeah.
I hope that's called in, though, to say, hey, we stole their MI8s, because I'd love to see the BLUFOR helicopter engage them.
Oh no, not even a helicopter. I can't wait for some BLUFOR MG not know it and just engage them.
It's free real estate. Anyway, Dingo trying to set up a firing line, watching a few OPFOR guys go, but Skelly spotted him and is firing right on top of Dingo. I mean, Skelly, he is a TSB T3. He knows this type of shit I pull on him all the time in T3 ops, but Dingo was able to pull back, get behind a tree. But he probably noticed that Skelly might have spotted him. But Skelly getting a shot through the tree and dropping him. Oh, man, he got shot in the ass there.
Good shooting.
Yep, so now he's pointing him out to Dusty and DeVincer here. Good shooting for Skelly, but Dingo could still wake back up. So they're watching security. Skelly, I think, is going to go up there himself and try to finish the job. Dingo waking back up. Crawling into the bush here. Grenade gets thrown out. It's a little short. That's going to still put pressure on Dingo. And Skelly's going for him. Ooh, this is risky on Skelly's part, but he's being assisted by DeVincer and Neander. Can Dingo survive some of my best players? No, he cannot. Nope. Skelly drops him.
Straight into the face. They have to watch out for Paz is still there.
Oh man, you hear the MI8s now flying overhead. They're flaring. They're totally trying to get the attention of OPFOR. Oh my god. What is this? Alright, so now you're seeing that Charlie 2 team coming in from the rear of OPFOR. They're going to have to engage that, but OPFOR now starting to get a little bit of an encirclement going on this BLUFOR team, but Goatland going down. Again, one of the better players. Just having a basic firefight going back and forth here. Both sides taking a few casualties. No one, there's probably a KIA or two in here. Actually, I am seeing one on BLUFOR side. CO took a few shots. But yeah, I mean, with both sides having better scopes, it's gonna make this fight a little more interesting in the forest as players can be a little more accurate at slightly longer ranges. But OPFOR also seen trying to do a bit of encirclement. Royd Camper on the northern side on his own as a medic. Hippie running up, switching to his handgun because he's out of ammo, and they both trade. I love it. Absolutely love it.
BLUFOR starting to pull back.
Yeah, because they're getting encircled on that position.
They finally noticed how many Redford are around them.
Yep. Hold up. Look at Pulse Charge here with the machine gun, literally in the middle of BLUFOR's pullback.
Oh.
Getting shot at, though. Drake running into a tree. Montgomery also in a tree. They might try to wait for OPFOR to come in close. Boostrats has no idea. But, oh yeah, some of these BLUFOR guys getting in circle. Montgomery coming out, getting a kill. Gonna spot KJC here. Misses his shots on KJ. KJ trying to go prone. And gets the headshot. So Montgomery on 2 kills. He just went prone right in front of some OPFOR guys. Getting, no, I think he's getting some fire from behind him. Going right over his head to hit some other guys. But ASF is going to move up. And ASF gets the double tap. Yep, took him a second, but he was able to get it. That grenade wounding him a little bit. We still have Drake over here. But these are the plays BLUFOR needs to take. They don't know how, actually no, they do because they saw the mass disconnect. They know how OPFOR has a lot of men down right now. But now we're seeing some BLUFOR guys. You saw Puva take Danzer out, running right behind a trench. Warlords might spot him, though. And they trade. Bavarian, I am drinking some water. Don't you worry, I've been having some vitamin water. Full of sugar. Got me a little on the sugar high here to watch them all boop each other here. Thanks for the 40-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this one.
With TSB, I think, but there's also we're opening fire.
Oh, you hear the Gao 19 opening up on the rear OPFOR element as BLUFOR stacking some more guys to try to assault it. But OPFOR, I mean, they've got a pretty healthy amount of guys here, but people like Corporal Drake hiding in the tree, picking off people where they can. Remember, as long as people like Corporal Drake, they're able to get 2 kills before they die, that's all BLUFOR needs to do to eventually win this fight via attrition. They've got a 240 Bravo on the rooftop of the actual command building for Sector 1, using it to try to pick off people where they can. And we have Oscar. Oscar is down, shooting through a tree. Ah, yes, I remember this strategy, the play dead approach. So the enemy doesn't realize who you are, and then stick your gun through the root system of the tree to pick people off. Yes. Yes, quite an advanced strategy there you rarely see in PvP. And there he goes now, gliding across the field. Definitely trying to get some kills here. Oh, he stands up, looking around, trying to see what's going on, but he's being shot at by Oddball. Oh, starting to feign death again. Come on, Oscar. Oh, hold up, that Gao 19 opening up again. Doesn't look like it got anybody, but it is definitely providing some good harassment.
Yep.
Ooh, Oscar taking fire. Quickly puts his head up.
I think he's trying to slowly get back to the rest, but there's still the firefight. Another person went down.
Yeah, OPFOR is going for some encirclement. Oh yeah, look at how his gun is just barely out there. He's blind firing, trying to get Oddball there. He does have a PSO scope. So here's the deal. He's literally he drilled a hole through his helmet, and he's looking through that hole at the scope. And one hand in his AK, he's resting it on the ground, so he's got some good, you know, it's resting your weapon, essentially, so he can aim a bit better. It helps handle with recoil, and there goes Oscar now, sliding to the left, right into some girl's DMs. As we have OPFOR kind of pushing the southern flank around. Slash, I think BLUFOR is actually going to lose this one, based off of the sole amount of OPFOR guys left, compared to the amount of BLUFOR.
I disagree on one thing. It's not because of amount of people, it's more of placement of them. Because if you see, BLUFOR is really spread out outside of actual objectives.
Mm-hmm.
You have entire squad just south of it, of Sector 2.
But that BTR is pushed up.
Yep, but it have to watch out. There's that BLUFOR 8C just to the northwest. If Shotix move up, he can get a nice shot on it.
Mm-hmm. But they're hiding right in the middle of BLUFOR's trucks, which is really good for that BTR's positioning.
I mean, cook-off of one truck can take out the BTR.
Oscar's grenade's a little short, like he is right now. Seen some OPFOR guys shooting into each other on accident. A little bit of missed PID there, but that's fine. BLUFOR is going to valiantly try to hold this position. Meanwhile, we still have some guys kind of closing the gap. Pads is also still alive as a marksman, popping some smoke grenades around him. I think because he's being engaged by some OPFOR forces shooting up at him. Yep. Yeah, that BTR-80 is basically firing at BLUFOR forces trying to come in close. And I don't think BLUFOR is going to be able to get this element in at all. I think they're going to be forced to push back instead. You have a quad bike with 2 dudes racing out of the fob. Very risky play right there. They hit a tree stump, but there we go. OPFOR has officially taken Sector 1 because of the numbers. And Oddball managed to pull out of that AO. But BLUFOR trying to get some retribution in here, firing with that GAU 19, not scoring any hits though. But BLUFOR has transport mix now that they could use to reposition to Sector 2 very quickly. This is just going to be really difficult to do since OPFOR has no air cover.
No.
BLUFOR's kind of stolen everything. Actually, G-Legs, he's gotten 3 gunners in the MI8 Super Hind. So that is now a full-on gunboat. I'll be curious to see how they utilize that one. Oh yeah, if BLUFOR set up charges at these trucks, that would have been really devastating.
Little Bird still shooting inside the compound. Rest of Red for not catching up to the main force.
Yeah, so BLUFOR doing a good job of keeping OPFOR harassed. OPFOR spending a lot of munitions trying to shoot it down, but OPFOR now needs to basically regroup, get in vehicles, now push to Sector 2 because they still have a chance here with how divided BLUFOR is as a whole. BLUFOR still has a lot of units just kind of randomly around. So, example, Sector 2 has a full squad down to the south. And I just saw a GAU 19 strike come and actually knock out Sacred Band, put him unconscious. So again, good harassment, but OPFOR needs to move or else they're going to not be able to leave this one position, and air is just going to basically keep them down. Oh man, nearly 4 years, what's that? We should have a party.
They're not keeping it as one group as on the first objective. I see a few groups of 3, maybe 2 moving, starting to
19 more days.
There's still that team that is all the way to the east.
Yeah.
And the rest of main force is still clearing out whatever is left of BLUFOR around the Sector 1.
Yeah, we're seeing Hippie leading a 3-man team down south, I guess, to try to scout. We also see Severe, PJ, and Temis, 3 good players from, I believe, Arma, Finland, taking out Garbry there. And we had another GAU 19 strike come in. Honestly, they should be focusing on that BTR 80. If not to kill it, then at least destroy its gun. But OPFOR, again, needs to reposition here quickly, because otherwise they're not going to really get that far here. Bob Winchester, meanwhile, going down. Not sure what that was about. Possibly from Jones there. Quick trade.
Red no. Have to keep and move on, because if they spend too much time now, BLUFOR can actually wake up and send more guys into Sector 2.
Mm-hmm. But no, we see OPFOR. I mean, they've got some scout teams trying to go along the forest here. Also, we need to start seeing BLUFOR's M2 Humvees in action. We got SL Dreams in the closest one to the AO that's active right now, but nothing much going on. And we see another GAU 19 strike coming in on Rich, but that was also pretty ineffective. I'm waiting to see if Pads is going to try to get a few marksman shots in here as well. Tom and Jerry gave a sub to Lilt. Thank you to you both. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you get a kick out of this Friday Night Fight stream.
Again,
and I hope you're staying safe among COVID.
On the map.
So it looks like one vehicle that Lusod was in, he is just command. He's gonna scout a little circle route here. Again, I think as global, since we have access to global chat now as spectators, we actually see the marks that both teams put down. Because the way that they've been actually acting on these marks, I doubt they've been putting in global themselves, because that would throw them off. But, I mean, that truck could do a massive wide flank here, but at the same time, that would fall right in the prey of what BLUFOR has put down on the southern side of Sector 2, but they're actually pulling those units off that area, and I guess they're going to reinforce Sector 2 itself. Meanwhile, we're at about 25 minutes left. Again, OPFOR, I guess, still trying to regroup here. We're seeing them mount up in some vehicles to get ready to go. And, yeah, I mean, we'll just have to see how this goes. Tom Jerry also giving a sub to Pilgrim. Nice. Lit won the contest. Wait, what was the contest? Wasn't reading. Sorry.
For a few guys, they have spread out all around the area. Still have 2 people at FOB, 2 west of it, and then 2 separate stragglers to the north. Plus that
Send in goat team
rather
6.
big team.
And another one to Dark
from
Pikachu.
the rear guard, we could call it.
Thank you, Tom and Jerry. Hope you keep enjoying everything, man. But again, if you got a sub from him, make sure you thank him. OPFOR engaging the little bird again, but I'm also going to be really curious to see how this Charlie. Oh, ooh, that was a bit low.
Almost destroying that first truck if you look
Yeah, no, they shot it up. It's definitely a darker damage texture now, which is good. Driving right next to Pad, so I think it's going to hold his fire here. Yeah, but now that Gal 19 is trying to shoot into those trucks.
It actually hit someone in the truck.
Did it?
I think I seen one lamp possibly go down, I'm not sure.
OPFOR again giving some random fire, but that MI8 is pretty much a gunboat right now.
Oh,
It's got
yeah.
2 additional people. I think it's trying to move some guys around.
Yeah,
Because it's a +5 instead of +3. Go ahead.
yeah, there's one guy in the truck down.
Hmm.
So we actually managed to get somewhere. If they continue shooting on that truck, it's full of infantry.
Mm-hmm. So Twig King trying to drive distraction here.
Send
Both
in
of those
goat
guys
team
dismount.
6 now.
Twig is actually crippled from that. As a helicopter comes around, I don't know what it's shooting at, but yeah, it's going to be very hard for OPFOR to maneuver with basically 2 armed helicopters to shoot at him, because they're in some soft-skin Vics. I mean, that MI8 flying low and slow can also shoot. We actually do have BLUFOR firing at the helicopter, as you predicted. Oh, that's pretty funny. And Lilt giving out some subs as well. Paying forward gift subs they got from Tom George to the community. Nice.
Yeah, with that MI8, they
Thanks
can
so much, Lilt. I
easily
appreciate
just
it.
spot wherever Redford will move, especially now they're focusing on the truck. As
Yep.
it's filled with infantry for the Redford.
I mean, yeah, this is going to make it really tough for OPFOR to move out. Twig King and Riot getting caught out of position here and shot by Elec here. Elec getting the 1 kill on Twig, getting the double tap on Riot. I just heard some big explosion happen. I think that was a Carl Gustav round. I don't know from who, though. That would have been Charlie 2
Send in goat
Green
team
Thumb. So
6
yeah, he is in the forest back here. He's, yeah, so Charlie 2 is the team that's been trying to do some outflanking. I think he tried to fire to hit one of those trucks with a Carl Gustav round and score some more kills. But the BTR is pushing up there. He might be able to take out the BTR if he holds that position.
Send
on
in
the
goat
sector
Tom
team
Jarrett giving out some more
6.
subs. There we go.
Really
The
suppressing that
legend
main road.
being born. Remember, if you got a sub, make sure you thank him. I mean, it's hard to hear
Send
that
in goat
BTR
team
coming
6 now.
because of that Vic, but Green Thumb might be able to hear it in a second. I mean, that would knock out OPFOR's last BTR.
Send
Oh,
in
Green
goat
Thumb, he
team
knows it's coming now.
6
He's looking.
now.
He just doesn't
Looking
know
the
where it
wrong
is.
Let's give him a warm welcome,
He's-
shall
He has
Oh,
no idea. Hold up, he might spot it through the forest here. There we go. Beautiful shot. Take it, Green. Or, wait, okay, yeah, Green, wait, yeah. Fire, fire. There you go. Beautiful shot. He kills 2 people with it. Because that +4 goes to a +2. BTR is now smoking, and dismounts are being forced out of it. Well, there's another Vic now driving by. Hold up, Green Thumb needs to reload. He doesn't realize there's a truck behind him. Ooh, someone just got picked off in that Vic. Green Thumb has no idea. He could have gotten so many more kills. But a lot of those people are also down. Elec now, looting a body here. Grabbing an OPFOR gun. He's gonna have a bunch of OPFOR guys dismount right in front of him. And he picked up one of OPFOR's long ranges too. Grenadier round going right in the back of Rich's head. Another one going in, knocking Abe away.
Great.
Another shot going in, it's Lon though. Gunner firing as well.
They don't seem between the bodies.
They do not. That's some really good hiding done by him. He's rolling away. AP might spot him. Oh, but he gets knocked out by a grenade. Beautiful play by Elec here. He might get flanked by Temius and Paiju here. But, I mean, for what he's just done, I mean, that's all he needs to do. 2 kills, multiple downs. That's great. And he has an OPFOR gun, so that's going to confuse OPFOR when they try to look for someone with a 5.56 rifle.
Oh yeah, they can't PID on the sound.
We just, I think, saw Tarnfolk single tap somebody who was trying to run away. But yeah, OPFOR is super disoriented. We're seeing an attack start to mount on Sector 2. But this battle that frickin' Charlie 2 for BLUFOR has created here has been incredibly messy and just provided so much. So Tarnfolk actually being shot in the crossfire, take out by Themils there. And Alec, he might try to get an evict. No, he's using it as cover instead.
He's
Just trying to find what's going on. Wow. The objective is capture 3 sectors in order. Sector 1's been captured by OPFOR. Sector 2 and Sector 3 still held by BLUFOR. OPFOR has to capture them from BLUFOR to win. Meanwhile, BLUFOR just has to defend. Hearing some shots in the distance. That would be the southern OPFOR team firing out that helicopter, but BLUFOR has brought one of their 3 M2 Humvees down to help hold that MSR. I'm curious. I think Alex caught Themlis out of position. Themlis is bandaging. More shots spraying out. And he gets the tap, but unfortunately he's heard by the PKP gunner. Quickly tries to go prone.
And he managed to dodge.
He's still alive. Oh man, these 2 helicopters stolen. OPFOR helicopter and the GAU 19 Little Bird. They're just doing numbers here, suppressing OPFOR's movement. Green Thumb being caught out of position by Lucid Warlords and Shadow Locked. He's still alive, though. He's going to be able to pull out. Misu might get a flanking shot hiding in this tree. And some Grenadier rounds being popped on him. Green Thumb trying to catch Shadow Locked out of position. Warlords knocking out Maiju. Or Misu, excuse me.
Yep. There's still a leg is getting completely... Redford's moving around him.
Elix hiding under the car, or excuse me, the truck.
The one place no one ever check.
And he's kind of exposed. If OPFOR comes up that flank from the northeast, they will be able to see him pretty easily. Blue has the numbers because OPFOR screwed up and Arma 2 of its BTRs that had like 11 extra dudes in it. OPFOR had the numbers advantage in the beginning but lost it. And then BLUFOR found that OPFOR didn't take any of their helicopters. So they're now using their helicopters against them. Yeah, so BLUFOR's trying to pinch the gap here. They've got the northern BLUFOR group coming down on OPFOR. OPFOR is trying to send a few guys around to the south, but yeah, no, like just... the numbers advantage on how OPFOR was pretty much picked apart because of all the hectic shit from the GAU 19 Little Bird has pretty much won the day. But honestly, I think the coffin was sealed in when they OPFOR armored its 2 BTRs and lost 66% of its fire support.
Oh yeah, that was
devastating.
Maybe numbers not so much as it's only.
True, but the fire support of those 2 14.5mm turrets that shoot at that helicopter. Yeah, just let.
I think more of the morale. Imagine losing that many guys and 2 Vicks because of someone's mistake.
Yeah, Shadowlock, hold, Shadowlock's coming up to the truck. Elec crawling out, Shadowlock checking under the truck. Elec somehow managing to evade Shadow. Shadow seen his foot. Oh, Shadowlock came around the corner first and they trade. I love it. So, Shadowlock pulled back because it looks like the other 2 guys he was with were actually picked off by Green Thumb. Yeah, he's on 3 kills now. I don't know if those are from the BTR schwack or the firefight, but I don't see the 2 anymore. Actually, I do see Warlords and Lucid. No, they pulled south. They're trying to get with the main fight. OPFOR, meanwhile, trying to collapse in. They do have the numbers advantage to get into the 2nd sector. I mean, I could still see OPFOR bouncing back with this, because the numbers are, BLUFOR has the advantage, definitely, but if OPFOR can win in the PvP fight here, because a lot of BLUFOR guys are in the open, dealing with some OPFOR guys, OPFOR could easily send a few guys in outflank and get some free kills here.
Redford would have to really take out the Sector 2 immediately.
How's Eander doing?
Rush to Sector 3 and hope that BLUFOR won't start pulling
I don't
out.
see Eander. I think he's dead. He would be with Skelly and Defensor. Sorry, Finn. Eander is dead.
Also, BLUFOR
Yep.
in Sector 2 is good.
He
to
died.
really focus on the
Right
south,
there.
but the rest of Redford is actually pushing more from the north. They can actually catch them out of position.
Yeah, so if BLUFOR were to cross the street and come in, they could close the gap here, but I don't think they're going to act that fast because I think they're waiting for more OPFOR guys to come. Whoa, Defensor getting picked out with Gao 19 there. None of those shots hitting, but those were very close. Definitely gave him a haircut.
Redford stole BLUFOR track, and I think they're pushing towards Sector 2, maybe?
Yep, so that's Command Truck. That was Lusode and someone else.
No, they're actually moving.
Warlords. They're moving past. They might try to rush Sector 3. They're going to run into Quad Bike. And there's also an M2 car right there, but it's not going to notice. Hold up, what are they? They just took out a fence.
I think they got a little bit spooked by that.
They were trying to stop to engage that Quad Bike. Now that Quad Bike's going to dismount. And the M2 car turns around, realizing its enemy, annihilates both of them. Oh. That's gotta suck. They're gonna try to get some free kills off that Quad Bike, but instead the M2 finally realized, wait a second, it's not a friendly there. And OPFOR again, they're down to at least 10 people. Actually, no, at most 10 people.
It's
2, 3, 4, 5,
Actually,
6,
10
7, 8. Yeah, 10 even. There's an
Yep.
unconscious guy over at Foxtrot, but I don't think they're going to be able to get him back because they don't have a medic and he's been down for a while. Make that 9. Dusty was just caught out of position and shot dead. No, he could still wake back up from that, but still, I mean, numbers are pretty even. It's going to fall to the PvP, but once BLUFOR is starting to cross the road to close the gap here. All right, Skelly. All right, Defensor. Let's see what you got. All right, here's the tense part.
Redford grabbed another truck. And they're about to run into BLUFOR and everything that is flanking Sector 2 from the east.
Yeah. And they're doing their best to bring in more forces. They got Shadow in there, but I don't know, unless OPFOR does some really good headshot work. I don't see it. Dusty's woken back up, so they're back at 10. Really good grenade throw, lands really close to him, but I think it's still across the way. And yeah, we got BLUFOR closing the gap here. Another transport truck coming in. I don't know.
BLUFOR noticed the truck. They're actually moving in to take it out, but I don't think they actually have any AT, but maybe they're switching that.
Yep, so that truck dismounting. Nope, it's going to keep going because it took fire. So Johnson's down. Again, you're having the MI8 firing. It's flying low and slow to get those gunners working. Luck manages to catch someone out in the open and kills them, but OPFOR, I mean, we got Skelly being pushed on by Tom here. Oop, nope, Tom gets taken out. Skelly, no, so Defensor took him, and Skelly thought he was being run up on. They're trying to deal with that rear flank. There's 10 minutes remaining in this round. OPFOR's got guys over.
They're just driving into the directly into the line.
Luck running up, trying to get another kill. Gets a third kill. He's got Fecky down. Doesn't go for the double tap, though. He's going to run right up to Indigo Fox. Indigo notices. Bluck gets that kill too. This is what I was talking about. Just takes one guy to get the PvP wins here. Haiju's also down, is picked up by Rory. We have Skelly and DeVincer trying to hold the northern group, but it's not going to be enough. Bluck, meanwhile, getting knocked out by Berna. His luck unfortunately ran out. There was a little bit of a keyhole put there, and BLUFOR utilized that to their advantage. Oh, man.
I have to say, Red Bull is really unfortunate with every vic they had in this.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, OPFOR's done a really good job where the PvP fights have been. They've been definitely, I'd argue a little bit better in the PvP overall, but with that 11-person loss, with 2 of the 3 BTRs lost in the beginning, I don't think there's any way. Pad's walking up, double tapping Temesis there.
Shot in the face. Everything else is on.
Oh my god, OPFOR crawling right in front of Mirror. Mirror doesn't even notice. Skelly coming up. Gets 1 kill and then gets dropped. DeVincer trying to notice where those other shots came from. It's not seen, but Skelly could wake back up.
Hopefully.
And Vonik trying to roll around, but he's spotted by DeVincer. Vonik stands back up, is immediately shot at. Skelly waking back up as well. Frag being thrown right in DeVincer's direction. I think that spooked him for a second. And now Skelly's also trying to run to Vonik's position. Doesn't see the rolling just yet. He's gonna just miss Vaughn. No, he gets him. All right, DeVincer and Skelly with the tag team there, neutralizing an entire fire team coming up on him. That was a good job by them. There's still Bassbeard and Cena in the back here. They're just holding that one position. They're a marksman team. So I don't think Skelly and DeVincer are going to go further up north. I think they're going to go into the AO now. Because, I mean, they're 2 of the last 3 people up. We still have Victor Koak up. His battle buddy, Dusty, is down again. He's already been down once. I doubt he's going to wake up again. Bluck looks like he woke back up, tried to run back into the barn, but went down again. I doubt he is going to be up. And, I mean, this could be it for OPFOR.
I think by now it's rather safe to say that it is for OPFOR.
7.5 minutes. I just want to see how many kills Skelly and DeVincer can get before they go down.
Yep. Right now it's not as much of general victory, it's more of personal. You just have to take out as many as you can before you die.
Bunch of dead BLUFOR guys out here. Looks like they're shooting at Bluck's body, or at least in the open doorway. I don't think they saw the body itself. Yeah, no, DeVincer and Skelly, it looks like they're taking a moment to bandage each other. And then we still have to see how Victor's going to do here. All right. Armia 2, here we go. I mean, there is still quite... there's a 4-man garrison at Sector 3. It's possible, but there's also an M2 Vic in the way.
I do not think he will make it.
Look, I think if Skelly and DeVincer pray to the gods of Adriado, you know, the same god Adriado did in that super clutch a few weeks ago, it's possible. I'd love to see if OPFOR picked up BLUFOR guns to try to confuse weapon PID. But I think they're just going to go for it at this point.
Yep, there's 6 minutes left. They don't have much time. They're just going to go in.
So they might be able to meet up with Victor Koak. And the chopper already catching him out of position. That Gao 19, man, is a harasser.
Oh, yeah.
And like I said, Xlovo from BIAs, he's a pretty good pilot. Those shots going right on top of Skelly's position. Oh, and he gets hit in the back. At least 3 bullet impacts. I doubt he's going to wake back up, because that 12.7 is nasty. Actually, I think it would technically be 50 cal because it's BLUFOR. MI8's now shooting shots, man. But you got to remember, they have a camera in that little bird. They've disabled the thermals, but I mean, that's still one guy literally looking at the forests here. Defense are trying to look up the Skelly to see if he's okay. Trying to drag him deeper in the forest. And now the real army of two begins. Falcon is, actually anyone who from Scandi, because I know a few of you are in here, is,
no. Great.
they're getting grenaded by pads. Is, Skelly, Scandi, Recon, or TSB? Yeah, Scandi, Recon, that figures. Carl Gustav's shot going in by, that would be Green Thumb. I guess he's back at the defensive garrison somewhere. Yeah, I see him. All right. So Pad's now coming in. BLUFOR trying to scan for bodies here. Senna walking in. Vincer's probably going to catch Pads. They walk right into each other. But that Gao is now being fired indiscriminately in there. Pad's desyncing around a little bit. More grenades being thrown in. Pads is just going in there with his handgun at this point. Vincer, I think, just founded him and executes Pads with his pistol. Ah. Right. BLUFOR, one at a time. Let's go. Bassbeard with the marksman rifle trying to point out that area. Vincer might flank around and hit Bassbeard because he is out in the open. Yep, Vincer trying to line up a shot. Gets a hit from the Gao 19. Pads, Bassbeard pulling out his handgun. Pads waking back up. Kolak, go out there and help him. Hold up, the chopper gunner's now firing at BLUFOR manages to knock Bassbeard out. You don't know who's firing at who anymore. Grenades landing right in front of Pads. What the hell is going on? Now the M2's doing a drive-by. Pads getting knocked out. I don't know from what, though. I think maybe Victor. All right, Scandi Recon. Scandi's still in this, man. Vincer and Victor. Pads waking back up, though.
Again?
Again. He's using his hacks. It's okay. He's gaming with Pickles on the multi, by the way.
Oh.
Now you have the frickin' M2 doing another drive-by. They run out of ammo before they're actually effective. More rounds going into Vincer trying to run in, but Slovo trying to circle around, actually managing to knock out Vincer's leg. And he gets knocked out by either Cena there or Green Thumb.
Oh no, Koak.
And there's Victor! Oh god, no, the Humvee with the M2! Run him down, boys! Great grenade throw next to Cena, knocking Cena out! And there's the M2 on Victor. Victor has nowhere to go. Oh my god.
And he's down.
That's GG. And the fucking MI8 lands on Banana Man! What the fuck just happened?
I think they just accepted that day.
I think that's it.
Yep. I don't think any Redford will wake
There's
up.
the Vincer's double tap. Is Lovo? Wait, how did he? Oh no, he got landed by Andrew. He was gonna go get a double tap there. We've seen more shots out on the MI8. There goes G-Legs trying to get out of it. Now we're seeing a similar BLUFOR related event for what happened on OPFOR last round, except less extreme. Wait, no, Slovo almost shot Vargren. And now Vargren shooting at Banana Man.
Whoa.
Fred ragdolling out, getting shot at by his friends, Spectre and Coda. And Fred going down.
I think they thought that the MI8 was
Still enemy, yeah.
Yeah, and just thought that since they killed all of them on the ground, the MI8 will just drop down and now are killing anyone that comes out of it.
What the fuck? They've won. They're still trigger happy that they just want more. And there's the...
Green? Why is...
Why? What the hell? I don't get it. RPG going up in the air, M2 thinking it's an enemy. There's the time limit. Now they're shooting at the M2 gunner.
Which is shooting.
There goes Fred. Margaret getting a headshot on the... What is this? What the fuck is this?
I do not want to know, honestly.
Oh my god. Alright, I'll BRB. Alright guys, so it was only going to be 2 rounds for EU today to take the 3rd round off because I got to discuss some stuff for planning the NA round because the first 150 round had some desync issues, so I'm going to try to sort that. Anyway, my name is Liru. Thank you for chilling with me. We will be back in a little under 2 hours at 8 o'clock for the NA branch, and then maybe some Phasmophobia after, so thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Thank you to Modadict and Tom and Jerry and everyone else who subbed, resubbed, or gave out subs. I heavily appreciate it. I know a lot of other people enjoyed as well. Otherwise, cheers, guys. Have a good one. Go operate operationally, and I will see you next, no, in 2 hours. Jeez, I almost said next week. I'm dumb.